Let me tell you about a situation that plays out more often than most institutions admit. There's a successor. Everyone knows it. They've been in the organization for years. They've delivered results. They're trusted internally. They understand the system. They've been loyal. In many cases, they've even been informally positioned as next in line. So when the leadership transition begins, there's a quiet assumption this is their role. They prepare accordingly. They optimize for performance. They reinforce internal relationships. They demonstrate loyalty. They show competence. They believe they're ready. And then they're not selected. No clear explanation. No obvious failure. Just a decision that doesn't quite make sense. What happened? Hello and welcome to the Authority Advantage podcast. My name is Modesta Mahiga. I am your host and CEO of Authority Global LLC. About that leader, there was an invisible misalignment. From the inside, the leader did everything right. From the institution's perspective, something didn't align. And here's the part no one tells them. They're being assessed against a different standard. Not performance, not loyalty, not internal credibility alone. They're being assessed against executive authority, quietly, systematically, across 5 gates. The 5 gates they didn't know they were being measured against. Let's make this practical, because this is where strong successors get caught off guard. They assume their track record is enough, but institutions are asking different questions. Number 1, mandate. Does this person have a clear and defensible right to lead at this level? Number 2, coherence. Does their narrative match the moment the institution is in? Number 3, judgment. Have they demonstrated decision-making at the level of the role? Number 4, endurance under scrutiny. Has their authority been tested under pressure? And number 5, trust transfer. Will stakeholders shift their confidence to this leader? This leader has to pass all 5 gates. Any one of them missing, and executive authority is compromised. Where the obvious successor lost the role. In most of the situations, the leader did not fail, but they also did not fully clear the gates. Their mandate felt internal, not institutional. Their narrative was strong internally, but unclear externally. Their judgment had not been tested at scale. Their authority had not been stress tested under scrutiny. And most importantly, trust did not transfer. Decision makers could not confidently say, we can attach our credibility to this leader and be safe. So they chose someone else. Often someone less familiar, but someone whose executive authority felt more stable at that level. What they should have been optimizing for. Here's what changes everything. The question is not, am I performing well enough to be selected? The real question is my authority structured in a way that an institution can safely endorse? That requires deliberate work across the 5 gates. Strengthening mandate. Not just being next in line, but ensuring your authority is clearly understood beyond your immediate environment. This often means shaping how your leadership is perceived across stakeholders, not just within your team. Building coherence. Aligning your narrative, your decisions, and your leadership presence, so that when people encounter you in meetings, in reports, in public context, your authority feels consistent. Demonstrating judgment at scale. Moving beyond operational excellence to visible, high-stakes decision-making. Institutions look for leaders who can make disciplined trade-offs under complexity. Preparing for scrutiny. Ensuring your authority holds when examined, not just internally, but in environments where decisions are questioned, challenged, or exposed. Engineering trust transfer. This is the most overlooked and the most critical. Trust must be actively transferred from the current leader, from key stakeholders, from the institution itself. This requires deliberate positioning, alignment, and reinforcement, not assumption. This is precisely where most succession processes break, because leaders optimize for performance, but institutions are evaluating authority structure. What leaders should do differently. If you're a potential successor, this changes how you prepare. Do not assume if I perform, I'll be chosen. Instead, ask, is my mandate clear at the level I'm stepping into? Is my leadership narrative coherent across contexts? Have I demonstrated judgment where it matters most? Will my authority hold under scrutiny? And will trust transfer to me? Because if trust does not transfer, succession does not hold. What boards and institutions must do. For boards and institutions, this is equally critical. If you select based only on capability, you risk instability. If you ignore authority alignment, you create fragile transitions. Succession must be treated as not just a selection decision, but an authority transfer process. And that process must be assessed deliberately. Let me leave you with this. The most dangerous succession decision is the one that looks obvious, because what feels obvious internally is not always stable institutionally. Succession does not fail because leaders lack talent. It fails when authority is not structured and trust does not transfer. So before selection, before transition, before scrutiny, assess executive authority. If you're preparing for a leadership transition or being considered for one, request a confidential executive authority diagnostic at Authority Global. I'll share the link in the show notes. Because authority is not inherited, it is engineered. Until next time, engineer your authority. Do not assume it.